2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF review. An amazing roadster trades some simplicity for your benefit of a great roof and coupe-like look. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata has a classic strategy to sports car design featuring its lightweight and diminutive size. It feels similar to an extension in the driver over a box you sit in. Even with just 155 horsepower, it's one from the most engaging cars on the streets at any price, all night. Your head-in-view air has become an integral part of that experience. The MX-5 Miata RF, or retractable fastback, swaps out your cloth roof on the convertible and replaces it that has a fold-away roof panel and rear window, leaving such as a wide roll bar supported on long buttresses just behind the passenger compartment. The metal roof produces a slightly quieter car with all the top up and provides the Miata a distinct coupe-like look. The trunk size continues to be same relating to the hard plus the soft top, and that means you don't lose what little practicality the Miata offers. The trade-off quite simply don't get the whole open-air experience, plus the metal roof alone using its complex folding mechanism adds about £100 plus a higher price to your lightweight Roadster. But the RF version remains a blast driving automobile. If looking to have an affordable performance car, the Miata RF provides a unique blend of coupe and convertible attributes. What's new? The noticeably change for 2018 may be the addition of heated, leather-trimmed Recaro seats for the Brembo brakes and BBS wheels package. Advanced keyless entry is actually standard equipment. Our top must-have for your MX-5 would be the slick 6-speed manual, therefore we think the additional equipment the manual is included with on the club trim, say for example a limited slip differential and sportier Bilstein dampers, make for your best driving experience. The club also comes with all the same infotainment system because the Grand Touring without the presence of navigation, basic active security features, and also a handful of nice conveniences, therefore it is by no means Spartan. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF comes in two trim levels, Club and Grand Touring. We choose to Club due to the available sport-oriented hardware, although buyers seeking more comfort and amenities will gravitate toward the Grand Touring's longer number of convenience features. Both trim levels are equipped having a 2.0-litre four-cylinder engine, 155 horsepower, 148 pound-feet of torque and are available, which has a 6-speed manual or even a 6-speed automatic transmission. Standard equipment about the club includes LED headlights, blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert, keyless entry and push-button start, a 7-inch infotainment screen using a console-mounted rotary control knob, a 9-speaker Bose stereo with headrest speakers, and cloth upholstery. Manual-equipped club models will be the sportiest, gaining a retuned suspension, Bilstein dampers, limited slip differential and shock tower brace, so that it is our version usually chosen. Manual club models might be optioned with upgraded Brembo front brakes, BBS wheels and heated Recaro sport seats. Grand Touring models, built with heated leather seats, navigation, a cloth-lined top, automatic climate control, adaptive headlights and lane departure warning, skew toward the posh end. These features are nice to possess, but strike us as contradictory to your Miata's elemental nature. Then again, a power-folding top isn't exactly simple either. Still, at the least there's a choice between sport-oriented and comf-tuned versions instead of some middling compromise. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S on this review use our full test on a 2017 Mazda MX-5 Miata RF Grand Touring 2.0 litres inline-4, 6-speed manual, RWD. Driving. The MX-5's power numbers won't glow enthusiasts. Nevertheless, the car's uncanny power to carry speed through corners and its particularly muscle mass, the RF weighs just 2,468 pounds, helps make the power feel perfect. Acceleration. Others are quicker. Even so, the MX-5 impresses with near-instant engine response and linear power. The RF is heavier over a soft-top Miata, so discussing surprised it turned out to be about a half second slower to 60 miles per hour inside our testing. We measured 0.60 miles per hour, duration of 7 seconds. Braking. The brakes feel sure and predictable in daily use, even just in rambunctious driving with your favored mountain road. Our car stopped from 60 miles per hour in 110 feet in your panic stop test, and under repeated tests the space remained consistent. Steering. The steering effort is usually a tad lighter than we'd want, and feedback is often a little muted too. Even so, steering feel is immediate, along with the car reacts accurately to driver input. And the tire is just the best grip feel. It's one on the best currently available. Handling. Precise and predictable would be the operative words. The RF reacts better to smooth and deliberate commands, however it is still supremely fun to toss right into a corner with abandon. Fears more a little body roll than you could expect, nevertheless it doesn't hurt the MX-5's capability to devour corners one bit. Drivability. Even however the RF can do entertaining performance, it is easy they are driving and enjoy in everyday commuting situations, even that is a manual transmission. It's hard to mention just how much we like but direct acting clutch and also the near perfect shifter. No one will it better. Comfort. Two Seat Roadsters aren't famous for comfort. Nevertheless, the RF proves otherwise, having a compliant suspension and innovative seats. Today's MX-5 is quieter than before, nonetheless it still leaks wind and road noise. The RF's retractable hardtop doesn't help much either. The racket is part from the allure for most. Seat comfort. The mesh suspension seat construction cradles occupants with just the appropriate amount of support without hard pressure points. The side bolsters provide ample lateral support without getting intrusive. After hours of driving, they are very comfortable rather than stifling. Ride comfort. Despite its small dimensions and sporty intentions, the Miata isn't punishing. There's an abundance of compliance to smooth over bumps, but bigger potholes can send a shiver throughout the chassis. Long driving won't be an issue. Noise and vibration. Road and wind noise is prevalent at highway speeds with all the top up, but not on the point that it is intrusive. With the top up, the RF is merely marginally quieter than using the cloth top when cruising, and even louder at full stomp. The exhaust sound is often a pleasant tenor. Climate control. The classic 3D array with knurled outer dials to manage temperature, fan speed and vents is appropriate for the RF's retro foundation. It's also basic and effective. The air conditioning cools the cabin quickly, even using a hot day while using top down. The seat heaters assist similar urgency. Interior. The RF's interior features quality materials along with an elegant design that prioritizes the fun of driving. Excellent overall visibility and intuitive tech reinforce that standard, however, you won't find much cargo or small item storage. Some drivers will battle to get comfortable when driving. Ease beneficial. The primary controls are well placed across the driver. The infotainment screen could be watched using a quick glance and could be controlled by touch or using a knob controller. It's one on the best whether or not the knob's placement isn't ideal. The compact cabin helps to ensure that everything is within easy reach. Getting in, jetting out. An average-size adult can have no problem slipping inside and out, though the slow-slung car could possibly be difficult for people that can't bend along with their utilized to. Taller drivers can have to curl themselves from the opening in the event the top comes to an end. The short doors aid access in tight parking spots. Driving position. The controls tilts but doesn't telescope. The seat also isn't height adjustable. Most drivers will likely be okay using the pedals, shifter and tire placement. But shorter drivers needs to slide the seat toward reach the pedals, then slide the seat time for exit. Annoying but tolerable. Roominess. Typical adults may deem the cockpit snug enough to think that they are wearing the automobile, in a good way that bolsters the driver-to-machine connection. But drivers over 6 feet in height may push the boundaries of head and leg room. Visibility. Forward visibility is just as good, mainly because it gets, with panoramic windshields positioning and narrow roof pillars. But the rear side pillars, which give the vehicle its coupe look with all the top up and toggle look using the top down, do block some rearward sightlines when reversing or changing lanes. Quality. The interior quality meets the expectations for your price. It's also much nicer versus the interiors of Toyota 86 Subaru BRZ coupe alternatives. Utility. No one expects a 2-seat convertible to become a utility machine, thus, making this hardly a serious drawback. A tiny trunk, no back seat, no glove box and limited cabin space mean the RF isn't the very best car for hauling large items. Small backpacks are more easily accommodated, just don't bring most of them. Small item storage. A tidy bin placed vertically between seats serves as a less convenient glove box since there isn't one. It's your primary location for small items, wallets, phones, plus it holds the normal amount of stuff. The removable cup holders are merely good for holding cups, and they also can obstruct shifting. Cargo space. Space is usually a significant drawback, plus the Miata's 4.6 cubic foot trunk is smaller as opposed to previous generations. But it's not the hardtop's fault, as the softtop Miata's trunk would be the same size. The trunk opening is big and yes, it packs easily. Use soft-sided duffels to discover the most out of it. Child safety seat accommodation. There's sufficient room for just one child or toddler inside a forward-facing seat or booster only. No latch anchors or top tether, and so the seat must allow seatbelt anchoring. The car's occupant's sensor will disable the passenger airbag and illuminate indicative when a child's seat is suited. Technology. The Miata must balance driving purity that has a driver's need to have modern connectivity and safety tech, which add weight and slow your vehicle. But in spite of features including blind spot and lane departure warning along with a 9-speaker stereo, the RF isn't much slower when compared to a cloth top without the products. Audio and navigation. The 9-speaker Bose system with speakers from the headrests produces good sound while motoring, but it really struggles to take on ambient noise. Audiophiles need aftermarket help for further volume. The sophisticated NUF system operates by 7-inch touchscreen or center console dial controller. Smartphone integration. The USB connection creates easy smartphone media device integration. Bluetooth is similarly breezy to get in touch, stream audio and rehearse as phone interface. Mazda has promised to provide Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality via software update eventually. Driver aids. Lane departure warning seems anathema to your car, much like the RF, however it is there, and also other modern aids, including blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic warning. Automatic high beams and LED headlights that bend light into turns in sync using the front wheels undoubtedly are a nice touch. Voice control. Voice commands are accessed through a tire button and will include standard commands for placing messages or calls, navigating to destinations, and moving through music selections.